Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch, number 50 of a 50-piece limited edition, is the IWC Portugieser Tourbillon Metropolitan Boutique Edition. A fascinating watch. Some sources cite a 2014 release year, but the documentary evidence that I've reviewed indicates it was probably launched in 2015. As a boutique edition, availability would have been limited to IWC factory stores, and IWC rarely individually numbers watches, so to get one that is both individually numbered and the ultimate piece of a rare series, that is quite a find, and it is a beautiful watch. The Portugieser Tourbillon is reference 5463, and this is the -04 variant in rose gold. You can see 43 millimeters in diameter, slender at 11.3 millimeters thick, 52.6 from lug to lug. It has a 22 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. On my wrist, it is broad and flat. As with most Portugiesers, since the first reference 325 of 1939, it wears large, so it's not supposed to look small, and it's not necessarily designed to look proportional. So if your wrist is my size, 16 centimeters circumference, and you're a fairly big guy, and your wrist is flat, yeah, you could wear this. If your wrist is round or smaller than mine, you're going to want to find a smaller Portugieser, but 16 centimeters circumference and up, I think this looks pretty good. It's also very flat, so it'll have no trouble fitting underneath a tight cuff. Taking a look at the strap, you can see here, we have large rectangular symmetrical scale alligator leather, an expensive cut of the beast, and very thick cut, super substantial, bolstered to give it volume. We have a semi-gloss finish. We have here a sheer cut edge, dramatically lacquered for refinement. We have calf skin on the bottom. You can see no crimping, no gouging, a brand new IWC factory strap, and a full clasp to defend against droppage. You can see here we've got a yellow gold medallion in a rose gold buckle that features both polish and satin externally. And then you could see internally a channel that allows it to snap shut securely. It is a substantial buckle. The first Portugieser introduced a lot of elements that were current in the late 1930s. Lugs blended into the case band rather than stepped. A simple form follows function design that in its way is a much larger version of the themes previously explored on the 1932 Patek Philippe 96. I've often considered the two designs very similar, albeit vastly different in scale. We have a crown with the IWC motto Probus Scafusia on it, a good solid watch made in Schaffhausen. We have a very thin concave bezel giving way to a dramatically vaulted crystal that I believe is designed to imitate the distortion and loft of a vintage plexiglass. Now, other elements from the original 1939 Portugieser: a chemin de fer, or railroad track for reading small seconds as well as minutes, vertically arrayed Arabic numerals, a small seconds display, leaf or foy-style hands. And you can see here we have all those elements, but we have more. We have a flying tourbillon. Now, it's a 4 hertz beat rate, which is a surprisingly high beat rate, chronometrically oriented for a tourbillon regulator. It's very chatty and is actually easy to hear. I don't know if you can hear it, but I certainly can. As a flying tourbillon, it needs no upper bridge, so it doesn't block your view. And as a free-sprung balance, it can be adjusted very precisely in a way that's difficult with a mobile stud index. We have Inca block shock protection, which means further, it is a shock-protected tourbillon, and that is still uncommon on tourbillon regulators. It's also a 1-minute tourbillon, so it moves at the same speed as the seconds hand. You can see that lovely nostalgic red 60. Azurage or concentric pattern on the sub-seconds, and then we have this lovely bronze metallic sunburst dial. We have applique indices and Arabic numerals, and a lovely bezel framing the tourbillon, which is nicely decorated when you view it in detail at close range. Turning it all over now, we have a movement that is beautifully executed, caliber 98900. It is 37.8 millimeters in diameter, really like a pocket watch movement. That harks back again to the original Portugieser, which was designed to be a wristwatch as accurate as a pocket watch. The only way to do that at the time was to put a pocket watch movement in it, because small movements were then not paragons of accuracy. So the pocket watch movement and a purpose-built wristwatch to house it, at the urging of the Portuguese importers of IWC, created the original IWC Portuguese for that market, also known as the Portugieser in the language of IWC, which is German, since IWC is one of the few large-scale Swiss watchmakers in the German-speaking region out of Schaffhausen. Most Swiss watchmakers speak French, so this is either Portuguese or Portugieser, depending on whether you describe it in English or German. A big movement, you can see it as 21 joules. It's adjusted in 5 positions, which is the high horology and chronometer standard, and for nostalgic reasons, International Watch Co., written out long form. We have this lovely ripple style Geneva wave, and you can see engine turning, super concentric and tight on the base plate. We have bevels, which are attractive, albeit mechanically applied. And then we have golden chaton cups for the pivot jewels, reminding us of how things were done in the pocket watch era. The jewel pressed into the cup pressed into the bridges or plates. Solarization on the crown wheel as well as the ratchet wheel, and this lovely extensible click design. All this, and it features a 46-hour power reserve, so you'll have the pleasure of winding it at the same time each day, and then the watch 30 meters water resistant, which is the dress watch standard for rain or splash exposure. A fantastic piece, and with only 50 made, you're unlikely to find another. This is one of the most attractive Portuguese complications I've encountered, assuming you believe a tourbillon is a complication. A fascinating, rare high horology piece from IWC. It's like will not be seen again soon. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.